Why is the team being fit for unitards? Will they in fact be issued spears and shields and tigers? It's time to begin episode 44. You need to stop at the Elmhurst Stuffer Shack.
And a long string of continuous no's are going to come out.
I don't know. This might be like good exposure for me when I'm king.
And then in a separate D&I message just to improv, you think we should blow the armor and get that acid stuff on him?
Probably not right now. I'm willing to bet there's a lot of stuff that we're not seeing right now that he has, or if not, he's representing something bigger, and we don't have that information yet. But trust me, I was thinking about it, and like in the future, when like we're done with this guy, when I poison him, I won't kill him. I'll just paralyze him, and then we can bring him to your dogs.
No, the cockatrices.
Sure.
Them sons of bitches are always hungry.
Sure, I'll make him blind and paralyzed.
I like the way you think, improv.
So just keep walking.
All right, so I guess we are going to follow Mr. Man out.
Okay. After you guys exit the room, like he pulls out his comm link, he turns it back on after a second or two. And AR, he obviously like makes a couple of swipes to something. And as you leave the front door, the man that was guarding everything is no longer there. The door for the stuff is already open, and all your stuff is sitting there. And in front of you is a GMC Escalade.
Damn, that's nice. That's a nice car, yo.
Pretty sweet. I like those wheels.
Fast. Get in, go.
Juliet's just meekly, quietly following along.
Kendall's going to make sure to get all his stuff back, and he's going to reseat all his knives, smooth out his jacket, and then as he's putting the shotgun away, he's going to look around, and since the doorman's not there, good thing he didn't take this. This is real orichalcum. And he'll put the shotgun
It's
away.
spray paint.
Yeah, but the secret
You're
ingredient...
not Horatio. I know you're not Horatio.
Don't be disrespecting the king like that.
Horatio, shut up.
Over DNI. How did he know?
You guys have quite a bit of street rep right now, so you know.
But we're all dumb, and we thought it would work.
Well,
I can't stop laughing.
I'm gonna
I've been
queue up
having
the
a
car
lot
to
of fun
follow
with-
us.
This entire time, I'll be honest, this is probably the most fun I've had playing in a PC with you guys. This has been a blast. Like, you get in, and Horatio, what's the amenities in your car? Is it the basic stuff?
Well, if it was Betty's, it's actually high, but we didn't bring that car.
Okay. No, I just wanted to know. Like, Horatio's car is, on the inside, is nice. This goes beyond that. As soon as you sit down, the seats kind of like morph to you and begin slowly massaging your back and your legs. You can set a personal temperature to fit like exactly what you want. There are the fans that are like up at the top of the vehicle itself, but as well as some that are built into the seat that will blow into you. Everything's made of like a perforated some sort of leather. It's kind of hard to tell exactly what type of leather it is because you're all mostly uneducated. Except for Kendall, you might be able to figure it out. But it's definitely some sort of awakened creature, a rare awakened creature. And Kendall, if you want breakfast, there would be a fridge or a cooler close by to wherever you guys are sitting.
Yeah, Kendall is helping himself unashamedly, like in true Baron's fashion. He'll open it up, and if there's juice in there to drink, he will start drinking it. If there's stuff to eat, he'll start eating it. I mean, he's not a messy eater, but he is a Baron's troll who sees free food.
Yes, it's juice. It looks like grape juice, but it's when you taste it, it's not sweet. It's just like, it's a little bitter.
Yo, what kind of Mad Dog you drinking, homie? This stuff is just... And he'll put it back in the fridge.
It's a vine.
No, man. Vines are green and like plants.
Wine.
Yo, you need to stop. No, you need to stop at that Elmhurst Stuffer Shack. We'll get you fixed up real good.
Yo, man, you got to understand that Stuffer Shack he talking about, they got the sale going on. They got some Mad Dog 80/80 in there. Ooh, man, it starts off orange, but if you let it sit out overnight, I don't know how it does it. It turns bright yellow.
Oh yeah, and like for their Sororitos, they actually pay a clerk to like tend the machine to make them personal and customized. So, they're not all like synthetic.
Meanwhile, this guy actually has like rare exotic fruits sitting in a fridge, and you guys are judging him for it.
I'm also trying to keep in mind what Kenna would be able to recognize. So anything more complicated than a tomato, he really wouldn't know what it is.
No, there's even like fresh bread like sitting underneath like some sort of tiny heater, keeping it nice and warm, like at that perfect temperature. Some cheese, like really nice cheeses in the fridge somewhere, or like out. I don't know how you keep fancy cheese. I'm not a huge cheese fan. I don't know.
I mean, given what we eat most of the time, this stuff would probably make us sick.
Oh yeah, you guys would feel terrible. It's actually got nutritious value.
That's why Kendall's just trying like a bite of this and a bite of that, and it's just like, yo man, if you hard up, man, we can hook you up. Like I know this girl who works at a Stuffer Shack here in Touristville. The stuff that they're about to throw in the dumpster. Like I hook her up and she hooks me up, and like I pass her a little Nova Coke and she gives it to me instead of throwing it away. Like if you want some stuff that actually tastes good, like, we'll hook you up, man. This stuff is.
The entire time, like you can just see him cringing the fact that he's letting you guys eat all of this stuff. He eventually gets you there. Like somehow he hasn't killed you despite all of him wanting to, and he drives you to what once appears to have been I guess now is a large warehouse. It's just huge, but you can tell on the outside there are colored spotlights shining up on this thing. In an AR, you see very large, very cut. Like every single person in an AR that's up there looks like a bodybuilder, even by 6 world standards. Like these guys obviously have BioWare out the butt, but are still just have muscles on top of their muscles to have muscles on their muscles. And they're all wearing wrestling singlets or something of that sort, like very form-fitting clothing. As he pulls you in and drives into like a vehicle bay and has all of you get out, and you're met by some very professional-looking metahumans. They're on like in the business casual, the polo shirts, either with smaller headsets on or with obvious data jacks with the comlink plugged into it directly.
Is there a tiny embroidered animal on the front of their shirt?
No. All of their shirts are either white, red, or blue. And embroidered on the right side is a triangle, red, white, and blue American flag. They very hurriedly begin getting you guys, and from this garage they take off to another area where you're passed through several different scanners. You're sat down on a table. You're told to turn your head and cough type deal. Oh, you're also sent through like a cyberware scanner. How many of you have like forbidden stuff? Forbidden cyberware?
No, I think I'm just all restricted.
A paint editor.
Yeah, mine's all just restricted.
Yeah, like you see like the bright red alert pop up like on like the little hologram that they have, and you see them hurriedly like move it to the side, like cancel it out as they begin like fitting you with the various equipment. They put you all in very form-fitting clothing.
What?
Yeah, like they have all of you stripped and they put you in very form-fitting clothing. You see them hand this guy 2 shiny black cred sticks, and as he then drives away.
Yo, man, you never took us to the Stuffer Shack. Man, I knew we should have killed that motherfragger.
Outside of like instructions of what you should do, nobody really talks to you. Like they're not even like making eye contact with you.
Really naked. Can we just kill something and get it over with? What are we supposed to be doing?
I don't know what your problem is. I feel like all sleek and like, what's it like? I'm dynamic like an arrow.
These things aren't armored. I mean, it's just cloth. What is it?
Yeah, I'm a troll, man. I don't care. And he'll actually thump himself on the chest. Like we just build.
You actually don't feel any. Like when you thump yourself, like you don't feel the thump.
What? Oh, I forgot. I'm still on no paint, so yeah, I don't feel anything right now.
Yeah, you couldn't feel it anyway.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Jules,
mind.
like you just gotta be strong like a troll like me. I don't feel nothing when I do this, and he's just gonna repeatedly hit himself in the chest.
Or an orc. And then he'll do exactly what you're doing.
Horatio, do you have like high pain tolerance or anything going on?
No, but he also did the no paint when
Oh, okay.
when Kennel offered.
We're both on cram and no paint, so we're super hyper attentive and feel nothing right now. So we with high pain threshold 3. So
Okay. Well, they everybody who doesn't already have a sim rig, actually, Kendall, you even though you have a sim rig, they begin outfitting you with sim rigs and various recorders that are put on like the ones that go on your head are hid behind a padded helmet. They even give you like a mouthpiece that is formed perfectly to your teeth or tusk and all that sort of stuff. Whenever you whenever somebody finally slows down enough for you guys to catch a breath, you can ask them a question if you want.
Kendall's just going to reach out to any human that runs by, and he's going to palm their head to physically stop them, and then he will physically rotate their body. Do you speak words?
They just kind of like tilt their head, like, really? You're what? It's like a fairly small human man, like clearly not intimidated by you at all.
Kendall will, still maintaining his grip on the guy's head, he'll turn the guy's head to look around, like look left and look right. What is this?
You're gladiators. Duh. That's what you're here for. It's what you're getting paid for. Maybe. Or what your family's getting paid for, at least.
Yeah, Horatio, aren't gladiators a type of flower?
No, I think it's a car, right?
No, that's the
sports
gladius.
car.
That's the gladius. We saw that in that movie.
Is he still holding the guy's head?
Yes.
Sorry, say what?
Yes, Kendall is still holding his head. Yo, what?
Yeah, he's like,
What are we doing here, man? I was supposed to be going to Stuffer Shack.
you're here to compete in a series of events versus our actual professional gladiators. You are the challengers.
That's why I heard that name. Kendall's eyes get really big, like you can see the white all the way around, like the whole sclera. Yo, Horatio.
This is Eucassian gladiators. What'd you think?
That's why I heard that word Eucassian. It means gladiator, yo. Dude, do we get like spears and shields and tigers?
No.
Hey, where's my dog? What happened to Gregor? Before I forget. Did he come with us in the escalator? Or did we put him back in our car to eventually go home?
I'll say like he jumped in y'all's like he went into your car
Okay.
because they would have allowed you to bring him in.
I figured as much, but I didn't want to leave that as like an unmentioned.
Yeah.
Homeward bound through the barrens as an armored attack dog.
Well, like you had your truck there, like you just tell him to go in your truck, and
I just wanted to make sure because that's the kind of stuff that keeps me up at night. Oh.
yeah, completely forgot to mention that.
Kendall will let go of the human's head, and he'll make a shooing gesture with his hand.
Does that mean we get guns?
I mean, I asked for like spears, and dude said no.
As you begin going up the escalators to the next area, well, there's not you can't see a crowd, but in the middle of this fairly large room, there are 8 platforms, and standing on 4 of these platforms are 4 of the very large metahumans that you saw inside. You're quickly given like a 2-sided staff with both ends lightly sparking, and standing out on these platforms are 4 more very large individuals holding something roughly the same size.
Kendall will yell at the 4 vat jobs. Yo, are you on our team? Who we going up against?
All of us. Then a fairly fat dwarf comes like waddling up these stairs. Did anybody explain anything to you?
Nope.
He has like gelled black hair that's swept to one side, a somewhat handlebar mustache, wearing a black and white striped shirt with like the triangle flag that was on the other ones, like on everybody else's uniforms. He's like, okay, the goal of this one, of this game, for all 4 of you to either eliminate the gladiators by knocking them down off of the platforms, or getting to the other side. How you do that is up to you, but don't fall or get knocked unconscious.
So you saying anything goes?
Yes.
What about cheap shots, eye gouges, shanks? What's it going to cost to get a gun?
No guns. If you can gouge out their eyes, by all means.
No,
Yeah,
you said anything goes. So what's it going to cost to get a gun? And then he winks.
4 million new yen.
Yeah, I mean, like, we ain't looking to buy new guns. Like, what's it gonna cost to like rent a gun?
4 million new yen, with 4 million new yen per bullet.
All right, checks in the mail. Fork it up.
Yeah, we'll hit one of the money machines afterwards. Like, just go ahead and hook us up. We good for it, man.
Even Juliet's rolling her eyes.
Like gun lockers on the Matrix?
Uh,
Because my deck's in my head.
you are able to find a few lockers.
Did they
But
take Kennel?
if they're gun lockers, it's hard to say or not. But you do find a few lockers.
Are there any wireless on guns around?
No, there does not appear to be any wireless on guns.
Are these stun staves wirelessly on?
Yes,
What gear on the opponents is wirelessly on?
the stun staves.
Okay. I forget. Do stun staves have any wireless function? Can they like retract or anything? I can't remember.
No, they are just charged wirelessly.
Okay. Well, I can at least get them to discharge. They're not doing electrical damage to you. That's.
I was going to say, like,
something.
to me, it would make sense if they can be charged wirelessly. They can be discharged wirelessly.
Oh yeah, like I mean, like the command would be like, you've hit a thing, discharge power cell to shock thing or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the environment? Basically, I'm looking for shit that I can manipulate to help the others because I cannot fight physically.
Like, do the platforms go up and down, or are there hazards that can be activated?
Yes. On each platform, smoke can be ejected to cause issues there. Certain platforms can move up and down, left or right.
Are there like any like traps where it'll be like, oh, the thing will start flashing red, and then if you're still on it while it's flashing red, oh shit, you just got stabbed or something, or shocked or whatever?
No, not in this case.
Okay. Question: what are their firewalls?
Firewalls are 3.
Okay. Firewalls are 3.
But they are all slaved.
Sure. But their firewalls are 3, and they are device rating 2.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll be able to reckless hack these relatively reliably, even with my lower than usual pools. So that'll help a lot. Just because it'll matter for me. Is there anywhere here where it looks like I might be able to toss myself and pass out? Could I manipulate one of these platforms to like slide under it and cover myself or something? I might just have to toss myself and trust you guys to not let me get smashed by a stun stave. I can do that. If you guys call out what you need me to manipulate.
No, but you can potentially stand like on the backside and hope for the best.
Okay, so real quick before the thing begins, Improv would say, I can pass out and be better at hacking stuff, but you'll have to make sure no one stabs me. If they don't feel they can do it, then I'll just have to try and run around.
I mean, I will stick by your side and then protect the principal if that's something.
I was actually about to ask the layout of the environment. Are you running from platform along like a catwalk to get to the next platform, or is this like an open arena where you're just running across a court?
Give me just a second to pull you guys over.
Quick question. I assume it's been over roughly an hour since we started that conversation.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm wondering because
we need to roll duration on the no paint. It's 1d6 hours if I remember right.
All right, then please do that.
this is not going to be fun for Juliet.
Well, she has an armed, doesn't she?
Oh yeah, baby, 5
Oh yeah,
hours.
she can fight, but as soon as she runs out of initiative compared to these guys, she's in big trouble. And I'm pretty much assuming they're one.
Yo, if you want, I can hook you up a little bit of cram. I keep it in my horn.
Deal.
And he will slide her a tablet.
And she takes it as quickly as she possibly can.
And it's only been about an hour since you guys showed up to the runner bar.
Yeah, it's still long enough to have had the jazz. So cram it is.
And with that, I think you have an idea of what Improv, Horatio, Juliet, and Kennel will be facing in next week's episode. Thanks for listening. We'll see you then.